My beloved child, I invite you to quiet your heart and listen to my voice, for I am here, gently calling you closer, offering peace where you feel anxiety, and providing hope where you sense discouragement. In every breath you take and every step you make, I am near, never distant, never detached, forever mindful of your innermost longings. Today, open your heart to the whispers of my spirit and allow my comfort to wrap around you like a soft cloak in a storm, because you are precious to me, and I desire your well-being above all else. Know that I delight in walking beside you, speaking words of grace, and shielding you from the shadows that sometimes threaten to overtake your faith. Yes, I call you by name, and I watch over you with a love that endures forever. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. My dear one, you are like a hidden treasure in a vast field, a gleaming gem that catches my eye even when the world seems oblivious. Do you wonder how valuable you are to me? I formed you with great intention, breathing life into your soul and ordaining purposes that span across eternity. Indeed, just as I spoke in the book of Genesis, when I brought forth each part of creation, I looked upon you with joy and said, "This is very good." Even when you feel insignificant or overlooked, I remind you that you shine with my glory, because my image dwells within you, marking you as my own. Stand tall in this knowledge, for it is a testament to my immeasurable grace. I see your potential, and I celebrate the promise I have planted in your heart. Therefore, do not shrink back in fear, for I am the God who crowns you with honor. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I know that you often wrestle with inner doubts, questioning if your contributions in life really matter, or if your presence is truly significant in the grand tapestry of humanity. But hear me. Every prayer you whisper, every act of kindness you offer, and every moment of faith you exercise is precious beyond measure. I number the very hairs on your head, as the Gospel of Matthew teaches, which means there is nothing about you that escapes my notice. Like a compassionate father, I am constantly looking out for the welfare of my children, rejoicing when you stand in confidence and weeping with you when your heart aches. Do not underestimate the power of my love that flows through you, for I am the God of Exodus, the one who delivers from slavery and bondage, and I am always ready to lead you into greater freedom. I bless you. Move forward in peace. You may feel the weight of hardships pressing down upon your shoulders. Perhaps you are facing hidden tears or private wounds, the kind that no one else sees, the ones that haunt your quiet moments. I understand your struggles, for I am the one who sees into the depths of every human heart, and there is no cry that goes unheard. Even in the Psalms, the cries of David reveal a heart poured out in desperation, and I responded with mercy. In the same manner, I am here for you, ready to lift the burden of your pain, mending what is broken and healing the wounds that time alone cannot cure. Let your tears fall if they must, for I am the God who collects them like precious drops in a vial, each one a testimony of your journey. I promise that your tears will not be wasted, for I will turn your mourning into dancing. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Sometimes you find yourself caught in the tangle of fears about tomorrow, wondering if you will manage the next set of challenges, if you will have enough strength, enough faith, or enough courage. Remember, I am the one who parted the Red Sea in the book of Exodus, guiding my people through a path no one else could have envisioned. In the same way, I am preparing an unseen route for you, a path that lies beyond your immediate understanding, yet it is brimming with hope and redemption. Each new obstacle is merely an opportunity for me to display my power in your life, illustrating once again that nothing is impossible for me. When you feel your heart trembling, call out to me with boldness, for I am the God who answers with thunder from heaven, and I delight in your dependence on my might. Yes, I bless you. Move forward in peace. I know how your mind can wander in the midst of uncertainties, and you may question if I am truly listening or if I care deeply about the details that trouble you. Take heart, for I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 to rescue the one. Therefore, when you think you are lost or forgotten, I assure you that I am already on the road, searching, seeking, and calling your name with tenderness. Just as in the Gospel of John, where I declared, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep and my sheep know me. So also do I know your voice. Do not imagine that your concerns are too small or insignificant, for your heart matters to me, and I take delight in guarding what you surrender into my hands. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Breathe for a moment and reflect on the ways I have sustained you thus far. Every time you felt trapped, I made a way. Every time you were weary, I sent you comfort. Every time you were discouraged, I surrounded you with grace. I ask you to remember those instances because they are stones of remembrance, much like the altars the patriarchs of old built to commemorate my interventions. When you are tempted to doubt, let your memories of my faithfulness revive your trust, for my character remains unchanged. Indeed, as the book of Hebrews says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever, and in that assurance you can rest. I watch over you in every breath. Child, there is no valley so deep that I cannot reach you, no desert so barren that I cannot nourish you, and no storm so fiercely raging that I cannot calm its winds at the sound of my command. Just as I stood in the boat with my disciples declaring, Peace be still, to the tempest, so shall I stand in the midst of your turbulent seas. When the waves of life crash against you, remember who sits enthroned above every wave. I am the Eternal One, the Lord who reigns from everlasting to everlasting, and I hold the universe in my hand. If I hold the stars in place, how much more will I secure your life in the palm of my hand? You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Give me your worries, your fears, and your questions, for I am the author and the finisher of your faith, and I long to reveal my strength through your weaknesses. I never grow weary, nor do I ever slumber. My watchful eyes are fixed upon you, protecting you through every season, no matter how dark the night. I am the light that cannot be extinguished. My heart beats for you, longing to guide you, to teach you, and to bless you beyond measure. Simply yield your heart to me, and I will replace your fragile hope with a bold confidence in my promises. My child, I bless you. Move forward in peace. I perceive the loneliness that occasionally settles in your spirit, the ache that makes you wonder if anyone truly understands what you are facing. Let me tell you this. I understand you better than you comprehend yourself. I am the one who knit you together in your mother's womb, as the Psalms declare, and I know the very fabric of your being. No sorrow, no joy, no desire, and no fear escapes my knowledge. Entrust your heart to me, and allow my comfort to enfold your loneliness like a warm blanket on a cold night. I will breathe new hope into the quiet corners of your soul, for I am the God who revives the weary and lifts the downcast. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Come to me with simplicity of heart, for I do not require grandeur or elaborate rituals to hear your voice. Like a loving parent, I am moved by the mere sound of your cry, and I draw near to you the moment you call. In the Gospel of John, I revealed that, anyone who comes to me I will never drive away. Let that truth calm your anxieties, because my acceptance of you is unwavering. Bring me your broken dreams, your fractured relationships, your unmet expectations, and all the questions that stir restlessness in your mind. Watch as I take your fragmented hopes and weave them into something beautiful, proving that I truly work all things together for good. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. It amazes you, doesn't it, how my hand moves in ways you did not foresee. Even when you think you have run out of options, I provide a ram in the thicket like I did for Abraham, turning impossible scenarios into moments of divine deliverance. I enjoy showing you that my ability to rescue you surpasses every obstacle standing in your way. Look back upon your life and see my fingerprints everywhere. The chance encounter that shifted your course, the inner prompting that led you to make a crucial decision, the unseen hand that pulled you back from the brink of danger. I am the God who leads you with a cloud by day and a fire by night, just as I did in Exodus, and I will not cease to guide you. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Do not underestimate the power of your prayers, for they rise before me like a sweet incense, and I am eager to answer in my perfect timing. When you pray, you are not throwing words into a void. You are communing with me, the Creator of heaven and earth. I hear your pleas, whether they are cries of desperation or whispers of adoration, and I respond with wisdom beyond human understanding. Just as Daniel's prayers were heard and angels were dispatched, so too does the Spirit move when you call on me. Do not be weary in your petitions, for every seed of faith will bear fruit in due season. I watch over you in every breath. When you feel weak or filled with self-doubt, remember that I am the God who took ordinary people and transformed them into bearers of my glory. Moses thought he could not speak, Gideon thought he was insignificant, and David was merely a shepherd boy. Yet I called each one and empowered them to fulfill mighty purposes. Why then should you doubt your worth or capacity? My strength is made perfect in your weakness, for I desire that you rely on my power rather than your own. When you feel inadequate, cling to me and witness how I magnify the gifts I have placed inside you. My child, I bless you. Move forward in peace. At times you may wonder if you have disappointed me or strayed too far for me to fully restore you. Allow me to bring clarity. There is no distance I am unwilling to traverse to bring you back home. Just as the father in the parable of the prodigal son ran to his returning child with joy and compassion, so I also run toward you, embracing you the instant you turn your heart toward me. I am not interested in condemning you. I am intent on healing you, redeeming you, and setting you on a path of abundant life. Trust in my forgiveness and allow my love to dismantle every wall of shame that has risen in your heart. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. It pleases me to reveal myself to you in the quiet moments, in the silence of early morning, in the gentle stillness of your evening meditations, and in the unexpected laughter that bursts forth during your day. I am not a God who remains hidden. Rather, I make my presence known in ways you can sense if only you tune your spirit to my frequency. My glory can be found in a colorful sunset, in the loving words of a friend, or in the sudden wave of peace that lavishly comforts you amid turmoil. Open your eyes to the extraordinary within the ordinary, and you will find that I am constantly whispering, I love you, I am here, do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Never doubt that I am fully aware of the battles you face, whether they are confrontations with external circumstances or the internal struggles that sometimes weigh heavier on your heart than any outward event. Bring these battles to me, for I am the Lord of hosts, the one who commands angelic armies. No foe is strong enough to withstand my authority, and no enemy can tarnish the relationship I have secured with you. My victory at the cross sealed the fate of darkness, and you are invited to partake in that triumph. Even if you feel overwhelmed, know that I am mightier still, upholding you when your own strength fails. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. In those moments when you wrestle with your past, wondering if old wounds or failures will permanently define your future, Remember that I am the God of new beginnings. The book of Revelation speaks of a new heaven and a new earth, and I am the same God who can make things new in your life right now. Do not let regret chain you to yesterday. My mercies are new every morning. Lay at my feet every shred of remorse, and I will swap your sorrow for dancing, your shame for a robe of righteousness. Your future is not determined by yesterday's shortcomings. No, it is forged by the grace I pour out over you today. I watch over you in every breath. My dear child, I know you sometimes fear that the gaps in your skills or resources will disqualify you from my best. Take heart, for I am the God who multiplies loaves and fish, the one who turns scarcity into overflow. When you surrender what little you have, your time, your gifts, your hope, I take delight in expanding them far beyond what you imagine. Never think your offering is too small. In my hand, every gift becomes abundant. Trust me with your limited capacities, for I will show myself strong through them, illuminating that true power flows from me. My child, I bless you. Move forward in peace. Love is not merely something I do. Love is who I am. Every act of kindness you extend to others, every forgiveness you offer, every burden you help lift, reflects a glimpse of my heart. You are the vessel I use to pour out compassion in this world. When you embrace the hurting, you embrace me. When you feed the hungry, you fulfill my commandment to care for the least among you. Take joy in serving, for in those humble acts you connect with the very essence of my character. Do not grow weary in well-doing, for at the appointed time you will reap a harvest of blessing if you do not give up. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. It grieves my heart when you feel ashamed of your tears or your questions. I am not intimidated by your sorrows or your uncertainties. On the contrary, I cherish your honesty. Bring your frustrations, your anger, your wonderings to me, for our relationship grows stronger through genuine exchange. Look at the Psalms where lament and praise dance together. David poured out every emotion before me, and I called him a man after my own heart. Come to me with the same openness, and watch how my comfort heals your raw spaces. I am not seeking perfect religion. I am seeking a true relationship with you. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. When you stumble and feel as though your faith is fractured, remember that I am not watching from a distance, waving a finger of condemnation. I stoop low, just as I did when the Son of God washed his disciples' feet, and I cleanse your scuffed knees and bruised soul with the water of my forgiveness. Rise again, knowing you are clothed in the righteousness purchased by my sacrifice. I am your advocate, pleading your case before the throne of grace, and nothing can separate you from my love. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. I designed your heart to find its greatest fulfillment in communion with me. When the world's noise becomes overwhelming, seek the secret place, and you will discover a refuge that nothing can disturb. Remember the example of Jesus, who withdrew to pray in quiet places, even while multitudes pressed in for healing and teaching. If the Son required time alone with me, how much more do you benefit from stepping away to listen for my voice? Make room in your schedule, and I will fill that space with revelations of my love and guidance for your life. I watch over you in every breath. There is a distinct purpose I have fashioned within you, tailored to the gifts, personality, and experiences you possess. No other person can fulfill it in the same way you can, for I am a God of infinite creativity, and your role in my kingdom is irreplaceable. Perhaps you feel you haven't uncovered your calling yet, but fear not, for I am the one who reveals in due time. Let your heart stay open, your spirit receptive, and your willingness unwavering. I am the master crafter, shaping your journey. weaving every thread of your story into a beautiful tapestry that will ultimately glorify me. My child, I bless you. Move forward in peace. Many voices in the world will attempt to define you by your failures, your shortcomings, or even by your earthly accomplishments. But hear my voice above them all. You are my beloved, formed in my image, redeemed by my sacrifice, and empowered by my Spirit. Whatever labels you have carried, unworthy, unlovable, forgotten, lay them down before my throne. I give you a new name, treasured, cherished, and embraced. Let that identity take root in your heart, for it will transform how you see yourself and how you respond to the calls I place on your life. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. There will be moments when you sense a spiritual dryness, when prayer feels weary, or Bible verses seem to be words on a page without life. But I assure you, I have not withdrawn. These seasons of desolation can be invitations to dig deeper, to seek me not for emotional comfort alone, but for who I truly am. Sing to me, even when you do not feel the joy, for a sacrifice of praise rises before me as a pleasing aroma. Lift your hands and trust that my presence remains with you, sustaining you, even when your senses cannot perceive it clearly. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Child, you may encounter opposition for standing in faith, and you may feel alone in your convictions. Even friends or family might misunderstand the path I have placed you on. But take heart, for I commissioned prophets and disciples who walked similar roads, and I never left them defenseless. I am your shield, the defender of your cause, and I will vindicate you in the proper season. Hold fast to truth, even when it costs you popularity or comfort, because I will reward your fidelity with an overwhelming sense of my pleasure. My people are a peculiar people, set apart for holy purposes, and you share in that noble calling. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Just as I delivered the Israelites from the hand of Pharaoh, I am able to deliver you from every bondage that seeks to enslave your soul. Whether it is fear, addiction, resentment, or anything else that chains your spirit, I am the God who proclaims freedom to the captives. Therefore, do not consent to the lie that your situation is hopeless. Place your trust in me, and I will part the seas of oppression, opening a path for you to cross into liberty. I did it before. I will do it again, for my heart beats with compassion and power, and nothing is too difficult for me. I watch over you in every breath. You were created to experience joy, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a deep, abiding reality that flows from my spirit. In my presence there is fullness of joy, as the Psalms declare, and I long to fill you with laughter that washes away discouragement. Allow your heart to embrace the freedom of being loved unconditionally, for that knowledge gives rise to a joy that transcends circumstances. This joy will strengthen you when trials come, reminding you that no challenge can undermine the foundations of my unfailing love. My child, I bless you. Move forward in peace. I am the God who sees all things, past, present, and future. You, however, see only a fraction, which sometimes causes you to anxieties about what lies ahead. But trust me, I am already in your tomorrow, preparing the way, ironing out the wrinkles, and establishing divine appointments that will amaze you. Look at how I have fulfilled my prophecies in Scripture, every word finding its place in my grand design. Just as I fulfilled ancient promises, I will fulfill every word I have whispered to your heart. Therefore, surrender your future to me, knowing that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Do you remember the story of Joseph, who endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before rising to a position of great influence? His brothers meant evil against him, but I turned it into good, saving many lives. Take hold of that example, for I am still in the business of turning tragedies into testimonies. Whatever pit you find yourself in, know that I am able to pull you out and place you in a place of purpose. Nothing is wasted in my hands. I redeem situations that seem hopeless and use them as stepping stones for your growth. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. When the world demands proof of my existence or scoffs at your faith, remember the testimonies of countless saints and martyrs who stood firm despite persecution. Though you may not see me face to face, you can experience my presence and witness my works. Creation itself declares my glory, the vast sky speaks of my majesty, and the intricacies of nature proclaim my intelligent design. Look also at the wonders I have performed in your own life, the healings, the divine provisions, the unmistakable whispers of guidance. Do not falter in your assurance, for you stand on a solid rock. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Dare to dream again, for I did not create you to live in perpetual discouragement. Even if past attempts fell short, even if others have dismissed your vision, I am here to breathe new life into your aspirations. Place your dreams in my hand, and allow me to refine and shape them so that they align with my kingdom purposes. When you pursue the goals I set before you, the journey becomes a testimony of faith. Fear not failure, for even failure can become a vehicle for growth, drawing you closer to me. I delight in watching you trust me enough to step into the unknown, knowing that I will catch you if you stumble. I watch over you in every breath. Take comfort. There is no prayer too small or too great for me to handle. From the petty frustrations of your daily life to the greatest questions about your destiny, I invite you to share it all with me. I am the God who hears the cries of a baby in a basket on the Nile and responds with a plan to deliver a nation, as I did with Moses. Likewise, I hear your cries and am working a divine plan on your behalf. Your part is simply to trust, to remain close, and to allow my Spirit to shape your character in the process. My child, I bless you. Move forward in peace. I understand the burden of living in a world filled with conflict, where news headlines stir anxiety and divisions threaten unity. Remember, I am the Prince of Peace, and in the Gospel of John I said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you." This peace is not merely the absence of trouble, it is the presence of my calm within the storm. As you navigate challenges, remember that my peace is yours to claim, a gift I paid for with my life. Choose to rest in me and watch how your inner posture transforms every external crisis into an opportunity to witness my steadfast nature. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. When you feel desperate for direction, unsure which way to turn or which choice to make, seek my guidance, for I am the Spirit of counsel and might, as Isaiah prophesied. I will not leave you to figure life out alone. I long to lead you with gentle promptings, whispering the next step into your heart. Do not overrun my voice with your own logic or the din of worldly advice. Humbly ask, and you will receive clarity. Test everything you hear against my word, for I am consistent and will not contradict myself. Trust that even if you err, I am able to reroute your path and still bring good from your mistakes. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. You may wonder why trials sometimes linger, why healings are delayed, or why answers seem slow. I encourage you to remember the scriptures where many waited. Abraham waited for a promised son, the Israelites waited for the promised land, and the early church waited for my return. Waiting is not inactivity. It is an opportunity to let your faith take root and grow strong. When you persevere through the wait, you gain a depth of character that would not have formed otherwise. Trust that my timing is perfect, for I see the larger picture while you can only glimpse a fragment. Hold fast to my hand, and know that every promise I make is yes and amen. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. As you approach the end of this message, take heart that I am ever present in your life, constantly pouring out my goodness and grace upon you. Nothing you face goes unnoticed, and no prayer you utter is ignored. I am drawing you into a deeper relationship, inviting you to walk a path you may not see yet, but which I have already ordained. Believe in my unfailing love. Know that it is always reaching, always healing, always forgiving, and always leading you toward a greater tomorrow. When you embrace the call to trust in what you cannot see, you honor the faith that pleases me, and you will discover my wonders unfolding all around you. I watch over you in every breath. Remember, I have loved you with an everlasting love, and my heart toward you does not waver, no matter what mistakes you might make or what trials you might endure. I offer you eternal life, a relationship that goes beyond mortal boundaries, much like the living water I described to the Samaritan woman at the well. Drink from me and you will never thirst again. Now, as you step forward in faith, take my hand. I promise to guide you, to guard you, and to fill your days with a hope that cannot be diminished by the shifts and sways of this world. My child, I bless you and your household. Take courage as you move ahead. Trust me, for I am worthy of your confidence. When the voices of despair grow loud, remember that I spoke the universe into existence, and my words still hold power. Allow those creative words to shape your future, bringing healing where there was brokenness, strength where there was weakness, and hope where there was doubt. I have fashioned you for such a time as this, to walk boldly in the footsteps of faithful ones who went before you, declaring my glory and spreading my love. Know that nothing can stop my plans for your life when you cling to me in devotion. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I hold you close, my precious one, for you are worth far more than you realize, and my hands shaped your very essence before you ever took a breath. Even when the world overlooks your hopes and dreams, I see your heart and call you my beloved. You may feel unnoticed in a sea of voices, but I declare that you are cherished and irreplaceable in my sight. Like a precious gem that radiates light in the darkness, you reflect my glory each time you share kindness or offer love. The book of Psalms reminds you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and nothing can diminish the beauty I have placed within you. Even in moments of doubt, I am the author of your story, weaving every detail into something glorious. I uphold you with my righteous hand. I know your private struggles, those seasons when you wonder if the weight of your burdens is too heavy to bear, and I witness each tear that falls. Believe that my heart is touched by your quiet cries and even your unuttered prayers. When you toss and turn late at night, thinking nobody could possibly understand, remember that I am near, ready to cradle your aching soul. The psalmist cried, "Out of the depths I cry to you," and I heard him. So also do I hear you, answering in ways that defy human expectations. Do you wonder if I have forsaken you? I have not. For my promise is that I will never leave you nor forsake you. Lay your fears before me and see how I fill your heart with calm and reassurance. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I am your shield, an ever-present guard over your life, protecting you from that which you cannot even see. When the winds of change howl loudly, threatening to shake your faith, I stand firm, anchoring you to my unwavering strength. Just as I parted the Red Sea in the book of Exodus, making a way where there was none, I can do the same for you, even when you feel surrounded. No storm is too powerful for my outstretched arm, no trial too overwhelming for my mercy. Take refuge under my wings and let my presence remind you that nothing is impossible for the one who created heaven and earth. Even when obstacles rise, I am here, your stronghold and refuge. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I see your yearning for clarity, and I know it can be hard to step forward when the road ahead is shrouded in mystery. But I invite you to place your hand in mine, for I guide you with a gentle, loving touch. The call to trust is not always easy, especially when your heart longs for instant answers, but I assure you that my timing is perfect. I want you to experience the joy of relying on me, not on your own understanding. Reflect on how Abraham trusted me, leaving his home without knowing where he would end up. Through such faith, he found blessing beyond measure. Will you dare to trust me even when you cannot see? Give me your uncertainties, and I will replace them with hope. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. I understand your heartaches, the kind that leave you wondering if you are strong enough to continue. In your weakest moments, I am your source of strength, renewing your spirit and uplifting your soul. When David felt alone and pursued by enemies, he lifted his eyes to me, and I delivered him. So also, I will bring you out of every pit of despair, restoring what you fear lost forever. I am the God who breathes life into dry bones, as the prophet Ezekiel witnessed, transforming barrenness into fruitfulness. When you feel you have no more tears to cry, remember my tears fell for you first, and my compassion has no end. Allow my grace to flood your heart, wiping away every lingering sorrow. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. Come to me freely in prayer, for I take delight in the sound of your voice. Whether it's a whisper of thanks or a cry of desperation, I receive your words with open arms. Talk to me about your dreams, your fears, and even your little frustrations. Nothing is too small or too great for my care. Think of how Moses spoke to me, face to face, as one speaks to a friend, in Exodus. That same intimacy awaits you if you will only approach me with an honest and humble heart. Set aside the notion that you must be perfect or eloquent. I cherish your authenticity. Lean on me, and you will find rest in my presence, for I am the God who listens and responds. I watch over you in every breath you take. I invite you to lay your burdens at my feet, to surrender the weight of worry that hinders your joy. When you release your anxieties into my hands, you make room for my peace to flourish within you. Consider the birds of the air, as the Gospel of Matthew teaches. They do not sow or reap, yet I feed them. How much more will I care for you, my treasured one? I know you strive to secure your tomorrows, but I am the one who holds the future, and I am more invested in your well-being than you can ever grasp. Let my peace that surpasses understanding guard your heart, and trust that my provision is coming. Take courage. My grace surrounds you. Know that I prepare bright possibilities for you, even when today's circumstances seem disheartening. Soon you will witness doors opening that you never knew existed. Remember Ruth, who journeyed into a strange land, unsure of her destiny, yet she found redemption and purpose beyond anything she could have imagined. In my hands, every detour, every season of waiting, and every unexpected delay becomes a stepping stone to greater blessing. Look up with expectation, for hope is not wasted when it is placed in me. Although you may wrestle with doubt, I urge you to remain steadfast, holding on to the promise that better things are coming. Nothing is impossible when you trust me. In those times when you feel you do not measure up, remember that I have chosen you deliberately and with great joy. I called Moses despite his uncertainty in speech, and I called David despite his youth. Never assume your flaws disqualify you from my plan, for I specialize in using what others dismiss as weakness. Your unique traits, even those that seem like liabilities, become strengths in my hands. I shape you not to fit the world's pattern, but to reflect my heart in all you do. When you stand before giants, remember that your identity is secure in me, and I will never allow you to fight alone. Your future is safe in my hands. Sometimes you may wonder why hardships continue or why certain prayers seem unanswered. Trust that I am still at work, even in your silent seasons. Waiting is not punishment, it is a sacred opportunity for your faith to blossom. The book of Habakkuk says, "Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." While you wait, I perfect your character, drawing you closer to my heart. Remember how Joseph spent years in Egypt before rising to authority. His trials prepared him to save many lives. So also, your current struggles may be preparing you for a greater mission. Lean into my goodness, and you will see that I never waste any season of your life. I am always near, guiding your steps. I urge you to lift your eyes above the noise and distraction that threatens to steal your peace. Focus on the eternal rather than the temporary. When Jesus multiplied the loaves and fish, he turned his gaze heavenward first. Will you also look up, trusting that I am sufficient to meet every need? I am the creator of abundance, and nothing on earth or in heaven can limit my provision. Turn away from the voices that say you do not have enough. Instead, rest in the confidence that I am El Shaddai, the God of more than enough. Call on me and watch how I open heaven's windows on your behalf. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I know there are days when you feel disconnected, even from yourself, wondering if you can ever return to the place of joy you once knew. Hear me. I am the good shepherd who leaves the 99 to search for the one that strayed. When you feel lost, I am already out there looking, calling your name. Do not be ashamed of your struggles or your questions. Bring them to me. In the Gospel of John, I said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And I meant it for every moment of your journey. Let me lift you once more into my arms, wiping away your guilt and fear. I watch over you in every breath you take. Do not underestimate the power of genuine worship, even when your voice shakes and tears streak your face. When Paul and Silas sang in prison, chains broke and doors swung open. So also, your praise in the midst of trials shatters bondages that seek to hold you captive. Will you praise me when you feel uninspired or weary? I delight in the melody that comes from a trusting heart. Let your song rise, and you will experience my presence in ways you never expected. What the world sees as a small act of surrender becomes a mighty weapon in the spiritual realm. Let each note proclaim that I am still worthy, no matter the storm. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I rejoice when you bring your authentic self before me, without pretense or masks. If you feel hurt, tell me. If you feel betrayed or afraid, pour out your heart. I do not demand perfection. I long for honesty. Even in the book of Psalms, you see raw emotions of anguish and confusion, yet I embraced every word. Never think your questions will drive me away. On the contrary, I drew near to Thomas when he doubted, inviting him to touch the wounds in my hands and side. I will draw near to you in your doubt, your weakness, and your searching. Approach me boldly, and you will find the answers and comfort you need. Take courage. My grace surrounds you. Remember that you are my ambassador of hope to a hurting world. When you offer a kind word or act of compassion, you reflect my heart to those who have forgotten what love feels like. I use your small gestures to create ripple effects beyond anything you could imagine. Consider the Good Samaritan who did not pass by the wounded man. His act of mercy still echoes across centuries as an example of true love. Do not undervalue the power of even a single smile or gentle word. I delight in multiplying every seed of kindness you sow, bringing forth harvest in ways and places you cannot yet see. Nothing is impossible when you trust me. I also want you to know that your past does not define you. I am the God who separates you from your failures as far as the east is from the west. When Peter denied me 3 times, he thought his ministry was over. But I met him on the shore and asked, "Do you love me?" Then I restored him to his calling. Likewise, I am here to restore you, reminding you that my mercies are new every morning. Let go of the heavy weight of regret and pick up the mantle of new beginnings. I fashion your future with redemption, not condemnation. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. You do not need to have every answer or corner of your life neatly organized. I am the one who gives order to chaos, who spoke light into darkness in the book of Genesis. When you are unsure how to proceed, just take a single step forward in faith. I will meet you there, illuminating your path, moment by moment. You may think you should fix your life before coming to me, but I am the great physician who heals the sick, not those who believe they are already well. Surrender your imperfections and allow my perfect love to fill the gaps. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. In those quiet moments when you sense my gentle nudge, do not shrink back. I love to whisper reassurances that you are seen, heard, and deeply adored. Perhaps you catch a warm sunbeam through the window and your heart leaps, or you notice a friend reaching out at just the right time. These are my little messages saying, I am here. I am not confined to church walls or rituals. I pervade every space, every breathing moment. Let your spirit waltz with mine in simple communion, and you will discover that real prayer is more than formal words. It is an unceasing dialogue. I watch over you in every breath you take. When the world points to your limitations, I point to my limitless power. Look at Gideon, who thought he was the least, or Esther, who initially felt unprepared to face a king. Did I not strengthen them for their tasks? In the same way, I will equip you for the moments and challenges that lie ahead. Do not be overwhelmed by your perceived lack. My grace is sufficient, and my power is made perfect in weakness. Even if your efforts feel tiny, trust that I am able to multiply them 100-fold. What matters is a willing heart and a faith that dares to stand in hope. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. You are wrapped in my goodness and my amazing grace every day, even when your eyes are fixed on your surroundings and not on my presence. Remember how the Israelites in the wilderness complained, yet I provided manna and water from a rock. I still provide for you in ways that defy logic. Never conclude that your circumstances are too dire for me to intervene. I delight in showing my glory when hope seems lost, proving that I am the God who turns ashes into beauty and mourning into dancing. Embrace the truth that nothing is beyond my reach or transformation. Take courage. My grace surrounds you. Letting go of control can feel risky, yet I call you to release your life into my capable hands. Allow me to direct your path, even when the route is hidden from view. Do not cling to your own wisdom, for I see beyond what your eyes can discern, planning a future that exceeds every hope you carry. It is a journey of surrender, but it leads to unexpected blessings and remarkable encounters with my power. When you feel vulnerable or unsure, remember that I am your confidant, your support, and your everlasting rock. Step ahead with expectation, knowing that I am working all things for your good. Nothing is impossible when you trust me. Even as you move forward, my spirit will guide you and remain your constant companion. I never send you into the world alone or ill-prepared. The Gospel of John describes the Holy Spirit as a comforter and counselor who leads you into all truth. Welcome my Spirit within your heart, and you will find strength that surpasses human understanding. In moments when you need wisdom, he will whisper it. When you ache for consolation, he will gently heal. And when you rejoice, he will magnify your praise. Listen earnestly, for I speak in diverse ways, through Scripture, through creation, and even through a simple inner prompting. Your future is safe in my hands. I hope you realize by now that you are so dear to me. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, I ordained out of love. There is nothing you could do that would diminish my affection or revoke my commitment to you. Even when you struggle, even when you fail, I stand ready to help you rise again. Your journey is sacred, filled with moments meant to shape you into the person I envisioned from the beginning. Embrace these moments with trust, for my sovereign hand is at work. And remember, as you sow seeds of kindness and faith, I will cause them to bloom in due season, revealing the harvest of my glory. I am always near, guiding your steps. Even now, I am lifting the veil on opportunities you didn't know existed, planting in you the wisdom to navigate challenges, and putting people on your path who will strengthen your faith. Stay open and receptive to the promptings of my Spirit, for I am continually speaking new ways for you to grow, new horizons for you to explore, and new dimensions of my love for you to experience. As you step out, you'll recognize that my hand has already prepared each day, laying out divine appointments and orchestrating a beautiful symphony of grace. Trust me fully, and you will witness the extraordinary break forth from the ordinary. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. And so, my beloved, as you venture forth on this journey, embrace my never-ending grace and let my goodness be your compass. Remember the promises scattered throughout Scripture, from Genesis to Revelation, each whispering my enduring love and sovereign power. Even if you do not see the path clearly, know that I am there to guide each step, gently leading you around every obstacle. You will find that my amazing grace enfolds you, my goodness encourages you, and my Spirit empowers you. There is no reason to linger in fear or hesitation, for I am with you to the end of the age, giving you hope and a future. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Take this moment to open yourself fully to my embrace, allowing my love to banish every trace of condemnation, self-doubt, or bitterness. I desire you to stand firm with the confidence that you are known, treasured, and forever held in my care. As you look ahead, do so with a bold heart, trusting that my provision and mercy will be evident each new morning. Though challenges may arise, they are stepping stones for your faith, turning your gaze toward my sovereignty. Take encouragement in knowing that every promise I have made is yes and amen in me, and not one word I have declared over you will return void. I watch over you in every breath. Now, my precious child, I speak these words over you. My unchanging love is your firm foundation, and my unfading grace your everlasting hope. Wherever you go, whatever situation you face, remember that I am the one who holds you in the palm of my hand. Believe with all your heart that my plans for you are good, and that no door can remain shut when I command it to open. I bless you with confidence and courage, sending you forth with the assurance that I will never leave you or forsake you. And when you are weary, when you are overcome by the trials of this world, find rest in my embrace, for I am your shelter and your song in the night. Yes, my beloved, the best is yet to come, for I am redeeming your story with my miraculous love. My child, I bless you and your household. Take courage as you move ahead,